All right, what's this? Day number 7. I was reading a post on Twitter/X yesterday, and it was around vacation. And I've been having this thought over the last few years based on some experiences, whether that was me on vacation. I just got back on a 3-week trip in Asia, went to Japan for my second time, and then went to South Korea for my first time. And there was a certain feeling I was met with, which, was most people would say you're very privileged to be able to go on a vacation like that, stay in the places you've stayed, eat the food, do all the things without going into debt. Because I know a lot of people do it, but they do it on credit cards and they just get into heavy debt, and then they're paying it for the rest of their years. That's very common because people live an Instagram worthy life, and in order to do that, most people don't make the crazy amount of money. But to each his own. Like, take your vacation. But it was like, well, vacations shouldn't be an escape from your life. That means there's something you have to fix at home because you're looking for something that doesn't exist in that place you're going to, which I strongly believe. I take vacations, one, to get closer to the people that I go on vacation with. If I'm going solo, it's to explore a city, explore the food, explore the culture. And obviously I do have a thought of like, would I see myself living here? I always think of that because culturally things are so different outside of America. There's a lot of similarities, there's a lot of differences. I come from my own culture of Latin background, Puerto Rican, very Caribbean lifestyle. We're a bit slower, in the way we do things. And I've been to, I've been lucky enough to visit many countries, whether for work or for personal fun, right? But, I saw that post and I was like, I kind of agree with it. I think vacation shouldn't be an escape. It should be for those reasons. Like, you're looking to learn something, you're looking to explore, adventure, learn something new, and then you take that with you, and hopefully you could bring that into your day-to-day. If you're going to visit an Asian country, that they're more communal, they're less individualistic. I lived in China for a year teaching English, and I was able to see this fully. I really enjoyed that aspect. I try to bring that back. I mean, I always tell Rebecca, my partner, when we have a house that's big enough, I would love to do like Sunday dinners like twice a month. Invite, open invite to all friends and family, feed them. They don't have to bring anything unless they want to, things like that. And I learned that from China. I also have eaten a lot of cuisines that require you to be communal. So you buy these big dishes and you eat all together. It's very, a lot of Asian countries and cultures do that, for instance, versus a lot of American Western culture. You get just the plate for yourself. Obviously, you probably share it. If you're a nice person, you say, yeah, try my food, I try yours, I try your drink, you try mine, yada, yada. But I think vacation culture, there's so many posts about it. I mean, Japan, when I went there, I was like, damn, I came to Japan when it wasn't like as cool, right? Like I went in 2016 or 2017. And tourists there weren't a lot of American tourists, for instance. There were tourists, but they were more from other countries like Australia, and similar countries there. A lot of Chinese tourists, for instance, that come from China. So I was able to go, and now like Americans, like I hear every other person say, I'm going to Japan this year because obviously the dollar is stronger, and it's cheaper to go now than it has been before. Even when I went, it was like 1-to-1. So every dollar was like 1,000 yen. And things were pretty much similar to American prices, for instance. So, I think vacation culture has just gotten a little crazy because now even those countries are like, yo, stop coming. Like, and when we go to those countries, most people, not everyone, but we try to push our agenda on them, for instance. So that's not something we should do. I try my best. Like, yeah, I don't speak Japanese or Korean. Luckily, when I was in Korea, like my partner was able to kind of get around. She speaks a little bit of Korean. But in Japan, I had to just use Google Translate to get around and even eat in certain restaurants that we ate in, because a lot of those restaurants, they don't even speak English. You just have to figure out the menu. I mean, the first night we got there, we sat at a izakaya that was local around our hotel, and the whole menu was in Japanese, and it barely had any pictures. So I had to, luckily, Google Translate, you take a picture, it translates everything to you, and you gotta hope for the best, because sometimes the translations are not perfect. But for the most part, everything was right with our meal. It was delicious, and we were able to do it with minimal communication. Unfortunately, I know very basic Japanese from watching anime, but in those instances, I think when I'm making this to say, when you go on your next vacation, think about what you're going for. Are you going to escape because your life fucking sucks? Or are you going to explore, adventure, and learn something new, as well as rest and recuperate on your trip? So that's all I came here to say for this next video. And until tomorrow. Sorry for the audio, by the way. I forgot my headphones.